what kind of things, what are the sort of components if you like, that typically go into a competency management, Nikolai, in terms of the
there are the most widely used is, as the first one here, is onboard assessment, is getting assessed by your senior who's knowing the job, who's mentoring you, and assessing you if you're up to the standards. In our system, we can use multiple ways of achieving a competence or proving a competence, checking out the proficiency. You could use our big library of 800 different titles to achieve competences. You can register courses. You can do knowledge tests in CS, both our predefined SSCW test, or you can create your own company-specific test. Recommend that highly for your company SMS, for instance, to verify instead of just checking that I've read the SMS, but if you have questions, you actually verify that I have some knowledge of the SMS. You could use certificates. You can even by the act of serving on board a vessel, you achieve some competence. So you could use time in rank to achieve. Some things might be checked out by me as the trainee. I can check out things myself. That's a self-assessment. You could use CSTs. Basically, any activities that we offer in our system can be used and tailored into this system.
Yeah.
We do it a lot when we engage with new clients for CMS. They typically have some sort of paper-based form, and we look at it, we evaluate it, we talk with them. Sometimes you have procedures in a non-digital system that is already taken care of in your digital system, and you can use this, see how you can progress and use different activities to verify, so that it's an automated process, assigning the right requirements with the right verifications at any given time.
Yeah, good. So it's basically enables you to sort of look and say, what is the best way of, what is the proficiency that we're examining, and what level of detail do we need? What kind of an assessment is required here? Like you said, if it's just like, I want to make sure that someone reads this thing, we can do that. If you want to make sure they understand it, then you would add an assessment. If you want to make sure that they, spend a certain amount of time exposed in a certain vessel, you can do it that. So it's really just looking at the right way, the right activity that demonstrates proficiency, right?
Yes, and you can have basic stuff like introduction to company. That I see that is evolving, and people are using CMS to have this register, that you're properly induced into the company, getting the knowledge. And that makes a lot of sense when you're a new seafarer. But you can use, it's either checked out by you doing these activities, or by the nature of having a service record. If you have been sailing 12 months from the company, maybe you not need a basic introduction anymore, and you're quite known with the company. So there's a lot of combinations that can be made and for obtaining this and monitoring and tracking.
And one thing I forgot, I didn't put any slides on this, but I'll just make the point in case I forget later. There's more than one way of skinning a cat, right? You can also suggest you can do it this way or this way. So depending on how the learner, likes to do it, you've also got that option as well, haven't you?
Yeah, in a single proficiency. And I know I get a bit nerdy. I'm a bit detailed oriented with the system, but you can use what is called an OR proficiency. So you can have a proficiency that is the main competence, and it could be checked out either by onboard assessment or a CES or a service record. So you can combine this building up so that you have many ways to skin the cat. But the result is that you're competent. You're achieving this competence.